Welcome to Structural Analysis 2, Unit number 3, Flexibility Method, Numerical Problem on Sway Portal Frame. This one is a part 1. Problem statement as follows. Analyze the portal frame shown in figure by flexibility method. Draw bending moment and shear force diagram. In the given structure, which is a portal frame, which is a sway frame. Now here displacement is not unknown in case of a flexibility method. The forces are unknown, or the flexibility method is also called as a force method. So now uh, about the structure. AB is a column loaded with the 25 kN per meter load, and the column length is of 4 meter. BC is a horizontal member or beam loaded with a 50 kN point load at E, and it is at a distance of 1.5 from B and C. Next column, CD loaded with the 40 kN point load at a distance of 2 meter from C and 1 meter from D side. A and D both are the fixed support. Now a BC overall length of a BC beam is of 3 meter. So this is about the structure. So first step in the solution, first find out the calculate the degree of static indeterminacy. So is equal to number of reactions or unknown minus equilibrium equation. Those are 3 in case of a frame. Now here at A there are 3 reaction or 3 unknown. At D there are 3 reaction. Okay, so total reactions are 6. So 6 minus 3 equilibrium equation, we having a degree of freedom, degree of static indeterminacy 3. So let's consider these value, or at D there is a vertical force that called as a VD, and also at D there is a horizontal reaction which is HD, and let's consider there is an anticlockwise moment which is unknown, call it as MD. So these three are the unknown, or let's treat these three as redundant. Call them as a Q1 is equal to VD, Q2 is equal to HD, and Q3 is equal to MD in the matrix form mentioned here. Okay, then the next step, find out the displacement corresponding to the redundant in the original structure. Now we choose these three as redundant, and now find out whether there is any displacement in the direction of that redundant. So there is no any displacement in the direction of Q1, that means VD. So VD is a vertical redundant or vertical force. There is no any sinking in the direction of VD or vertically. So the first dq1, let's call that displacement dq1 is equal to 0. Now second redundant is HD. There is no any displacement in the direction of HD, or no any sinking in the direction of HD. So the displacement dq2 is equal to 0. There is no any angular rotation in the direction of a third redundant or MD. So the dq3 is equal to 0. So mentioned here in the matrix form. So all value will be 0, no displacement. Next point, let us draw the release structures. First release structure with the load. Here, remove the redundant support which is at D, and keep remaining part as it is. Keep A support as it is, and the load over the structure as it is. So that diagram we called as a capital M diagram. Next is a M1 diagram. So here we applying the unit force in the direction of redundant. First redundant Q1 is equal to 1. By removing all the load should be removed. Keep A support as it is, and we also mention the zones. That means DF, FCs, or all letters will be there according to their zone. So this one is a release structure with the Q1 is equal to 1. Then apply the unit force in the direction of a second redundant, Q2 is equal to 1. Remove all the loads and keep A support as it is. So this is a release structure with the Q2 is equal to 1, or we call it as M2 diagram. And next is a next redundant Q3 or moment MD. Apply the unit force in along the moment, or apply the unit force for that moment. So Q3 is equal to 1. Remove all the loads. So this diagram we called as M3 diagram. So these are the release structures, and these are useful to do the displacement analysis. Next step, displacement analysis of a release structure. Let's consider capital M diagram, release structure with a load or M diagram. These are the sign convention. Hogging, our sign is negative. Sagging, our sign is positive. Here let draw the table zone. First column is of a zone, second column is origin, third column is a limit, then the next column is a capital M, then a small m1, m2, m3. Let's assume small values, small letter m1, m2, m3 instead of capital. Now the first zone is DF zone. So let's consider first zone DF zone, and the origin, let assume D as origin for the DF zone. Now and find out the limit for the each letter D for the zone D and DF. So first letter is D, so D is itself origin, so lower limit will be 0. And how much second letter in the zone is F, so F is how much away from the origin D, so it is 1 meter away from the origin D, second letter F, so upper limit is 1. Now there is no any force if you draw this section in the in the uh, in that uh, zone, imaginary section in the zone. If these are the imaginary section, horizontal and vertical in the zone, and if you see toward the origin side, that means D side, there is no any force acting on the frame down to the imaginary axis. So the if no force, the no moment, therefore the value for the first cell will be 0. Next zone is FC zone. Let's consider origin D. Now, for the limit, let's check the first letter F for the zone FC, how much away from the origin D. So, F is how much away from the origin D? It is 1 meter away from the origin D. So, lower limit is 1. Now, second letter in a zone FC is a C. So, C is how much away from the origin D? It is nothing but the length of a column, and it is 3 meter away. C letter is 3 meter away from the origin D, so upper limit is 3. Now draw the imaginary axis in the CF zone to find out the second cell of M column. So let imaginary axis first is horizontal, and let take second is vertical. So these are the imaginary axes which are drawn always at a distance of x from the origin. Now for FC origin is a D. So the imaginary axis is drawn at a distance of x from the origin D. Now after this, this is the first step. Then the next step, you look toward the origin side. How many forces are there? There are only one force, and that force is horizontal. So let's consider horizontal axis out of the imaginary axis. Two are there, horizontal and vertical. Now find out the distance between these two. That means if you draw the line of action through the 40 kilonewton force, so that line of action and the horizontal force, horizontal imaginary force, horizontal imaginary axis, find out the perpendicular distance between these two. So this let's find out in term of always in term of x. Now the x is a distance for the horizontal imaginary axis with respect to D, and the 40 kilonewton located at a distance of 1 meter from the D. So this perpendicular distance will be x minus 1, x minus 1. Now we will get the moment about the this horizontal imaginary axis. Now find out the sign for that. If a 40 kilonewton acting toward the left hand side, and if we rotate about the horizontal axis, it will rotate in a clockwise sense. So the uh, sign will be a negative for that. So the moment will be a 40 is a force, 40 into lever arm is x minus 1, and sign will be a negative. So this is a value for the moment for the a capital M column. So the this is the value minus 40 into x minus 1 for the FC zone, and the minus sign is there because of the hogging, or because of the rotation in a clockwise sense. So if you simplify, you will get minus 40 into x plus 40. Now next is a CE zone. CE zone, and the let consider for that it is a beam. Let consider origin as a C end is origin, and now the limit for that CE zone. Now C itself for origin, so lower limit will be 0. Second letter for the zone C is E. So E, how much away from the origin C? It is 1.5 meter away from the origin C. So upper limit is 1.5. Now the let calculate this third cell of capital M column. Let draw the imaginary axis in the zone CE. So we always taken two imaginary axes, horizontal and vertical, and this axis always drawn at a distance of x from the origin. Origin for CE is C. So the axis, imaginary axis, is at a distance of x from the origin. And now look toward the origin side. You have to consider whole structure. How many forces are acting? So only one force is acting, which is horizontal, 40 kilonewton. So now you consider the horizontal axis out of two imaginary axes, because the force is horizontal, and find out. Let we draw the imaginary line of action of a 40, and this horizontal axis, this is a horizontal axis. Find out the perpendicular distance between these two, okay, which is act as a lever arm. So this perpendicular distance is nothing but the 2 meter. So the lever arm will be of 2 meter. Now rotate this 40 kilometer about that horizontal imaginary axis, which is rotate in a clockwise sense. So the moment about that imaginary axis will be minus clockwise sense minus 40 into lever arm is 2 meter. So you will get a minus 80 moment about that imaginary axis. So you see the value mentioned in the zone minus 80. Now next zone is EB zone. Now in the same fashion, let draw the uh, imaginary. Now let first calculate, consider the origin. Origin is a C for EB zone, and the how much away the E letter from the C? It is 1.5 meter away from the C. So lower limit is 1.5. How much B letter away from the C? It is 1.5 plus 1.5. That means 3 meter away from the origin C. So upper limit is 3. Now let in this now calculate this cell. Let draw the imaginary axis in a EB zone, horizontal and vertical. In case of frame, we consider here horizontal and vertical axis due to the uh, uh, horizontal and vertical forces are always there in a frame. So to tackle to that, we always taken two imaginary axes. Now look toward the origin side. C is the origin. The look toward the right side. That means how many forces are there on the whole structure? There are two forces, 40 and 50 kilonewton. So we have to consider these two. Now first force is 40 kilonewton, which is acting horizontal. Uh, so that means we must consider the horizontal imaginary axis, and let draw the line of action through that horizontal force, and this one is a horizontal imaginary axis. If you draw the perpendicular between these two, the perpendicular distance is 2 meter for these two, okay. So the and if you rotate, it will rotate about that horizontal axis in a clockwise sense. So moment about that imaginary axis will be minus 40 into 2 due to the first force. Now second force is 50 kilonewton. Now the 50 kilonewton acting vertical, And if we draw the imaginary axis, this will be a line of action through that 50. This one is a line of action. Now, out of these two imaginary axes, horizontal and vertical, now consider the vertical axis because force is vertical. Now find out the perpendicular distance between these two, and that perpendicular distance we have to calculate with respect to the in term of x, because this imaginary axis always drawn at a distance of x with respect to origin C. Now find out this perpendicular distance. So it will be x minus the 50 kilonewton at a distance of 1.5 from the C. So it will be 1 x minus 1.5. Now find out the rotation. So it will rotate about the vertical imaginary axis in a clockwise sense. So sign will be minus. So the next moment will be minus of force is 50, and the lever arm is x minus 1.5. So we will get the two moment about the imaginary axis, and which is mentioned here in the cell, minus 40 into 2 minus 50 in bracket x minus 1.5. So by simplifying we have the minus 50 into minus 5. After simplifying into minus 50 into x minus 5. Now let's consider next zone, BA zone. Now the for that BA is a vertical member, or the vertical is nothing but the column AB. So the let's consider B as a origin for the BA, and the first letter of a zone B is itself is origin. So lower limit will be 0, and the A is how much away from the B? It is nothing but the whole length of a column. So A is 4 meter away from the B. So the upper limit will be 4. So now let's find out the value for this last cell. Let's draw the imaginary axis in a BA zone, horizontal and vertical. And this imaginary axis we have to draw at a distance of x from the origin. Origin is B for the BA zone. Okay, after this first step, now look toward the origin side. That means consider whole structure. How many forces are acting there? There are first one is a 40 kilonewton, second is a 50 kilonewton, and third one is a UDL. So three moments will be appear in that for cell for the capital M column. So let's consider one by one. First is a horizontal force 40 kilonewton. Now if we draw the line of action for this 40, this line of action or 40 is horizontal. So that means we have to consider horizontal imaginary axis and find out perpendicular distance between these two. Now this will be in term of x, because that horizontal axis located at distance of x from the origin B. So and 40 kilonewton with respect to origin is 2 meter. So this perpendicular distance will be x minus 2. Now rotate that force about the horizontal axis, and if we rotate, we having a moment in a anti-clockwise sense. So that means positive side is there. So the moment will be minus 40 into x minus 2. Sorry, for the anti-clockwise sense, our sign is positive. So it will be plus 40 into x minus 2. Now this is the first force and the moment due to that. Now let's consider next force. Okay, let's consider next one, which is a vertical, and which is a, and if you draw the line of action, this will be the line of action, 40 kilonewton. So force is vertical. So out of these two imaginary axes, let's consider vertical imaginary axis, and then find out the perpendicular distance between these two, because it is going to act as lever arm. So this force is acting down, acting down. So and if we rotate with the vertical, it will rotate in a clockwise sense. So the lever arm will be 1.5 now, because it is given in the structure 1.5 meter with respect to this vertical, and the rotation is clockwise. So moment, second moment will be the minus 50 into 1.5. So this was the value of a second moment, or due to the second force 50 kilonewton. Now next one is uh, UDL. Now the UDL is spread along the distance x. Now find out its point load. So point load will be act at the center of x. If you draw, it will act at the midspan of x. So the lever arm for this uh, point load, first let lever arm will be x by 2. This lever arm will be x by 2, and the point load value of point load will be 25 into x, because it is spread at a distance of x. So the moment, and if we rotate it, now this lever arm means we have to consider horizontal axis out of two imaginary axes, and this will act as a lever arm, and this lever arm is nothing but the x by 2, and it will rotate about the horizontal axis in a in a in a clockwise sense. So sine will be a out of two imaginary axes we have to consider horizontal, and this imaginary axis located at a distance of x, convert into the point load. The value will be 25 into x, and the lever arm will be half of a distance of x is a lever arm, x by 2. So the if you rotate about horizontal, it will rotate in a clockwise sense. So it will be value will be minus 25 into x into x by 2. So this is a value, or this is a moment due to the UDL. So write down all these three moment in the that particular cell. So values are mentioned here. Okay, so this is not minus, this is a plus. So by simplifying, you are having a minus 12.5 x square plus 40 x minus 155. Now let's do the displacement analysis for the M1 column. Now these three column remain as it is. Let's consider the release structure with the Q1 is equal to 1 for the M1 column. Let's consider this small M1, small M1. Let first zone is a DF zone. As usual, let us draw the imaginary axis in a DF zone, and these imaginary axes located with respect to x from the origin, as origin is a D, and there is no any force is toward the origin side. Yes, there is a force, and that force is a q1 is equal to 1 toward the origin side. But if you draw the line of action of that force, it passing through the origin of an imaginary axis. So if it is passing through the origin, there will be no any lever arm, so moment will be 0. And if you draw the consider the second zone FC, and if you draw the imaginary axis for the FC, and you look toward the origin is a D, there is only one force which is vertical and which is passing through the origin of imaginary axis, so no lever arm, and moment will be 0. Now the next is CE zone. Draw the imaginary axis for the CE zone, and the and that origin for C is a C. So imaginary axis should be drawn at a distance of x from the C, or from the origin, and your force Q1 is equal to 1, which is passing through the C if you draw the line of action. So lever arm for the Q1 is equal to 1 is x, and if you rotate, it will rotate about that vertical axis. Only consider vertical axis because the force is acting vertical, and if you rotate about the vertical, it will rotate in a uh, in a in a anti-clockwise sense, or sagging is there, so positive side. So 1 into x become x plus x. Now next is EB zone. for let's draw the imaginary axis for the AB zone, and this imaginary axis should be drawn with respect to the origin C, and so this distance is x. It is drawn with respect to origin C and distance is x, and the force toward the origin side on the structure, only one force, vertical. So if vertical force is there, you have to consider vertical imaginary axis and find out the lever arm between these two. So lever arm is x. So the, and if you rotate, it will rotate in an anticlockwise sense. So a moment will be 1 into x plus for the sagging or anticlockwise sign. So it become plus 1 into x means plus x. So next cell is a x. Now next is consider BA zone. Now B is origin. Let's draw the imaginary axis for the that BA zone. So if you draw the imaginary axis for the BA zone, and that imaginary axis always located with respect to origin. Origin is x, origin is B, and the imaginary axis located with respect to B at a distance of x. Now look toward the origin side toward and consider that means we have to consider whole structure whether there is any force on that side. So there is a one force, only one force, which is a vertical force. Q1 is equal to 1. So force is vertical. So consider the vertical imaginary axis. This is vertical imaginary axis, and you find out the perpendicular distance between these two. That means the line of action of Q1. So perpendicular distance, if we look toward the structure, that perpendicular distance is 1.5 plus 1.5. That means 3 meter. And if you rotate, force is acting up. If you rotate about the vertical, it will rotate in a anti-clockwise sense. So sagging, so positive sign will be there. So 1 into 3 plus 1 into 3. 1 is a force, 3 is a lever arm. So answer will be plus 3. So this is about the M1 column. Next, displacement analysis for the M2 column. Now the first three column remain as it is. Let's consider Q2 is equal to 1 release structure. Force is Q2 and unit force acting in that direction. Now first zone is a DF zone. So let's draw the imaginary axis for the DF zone. In the DF zone, horizontal and vertical, and they are located or they are drawn at a distance of x from the origin. So origin is a D. Now let's find out uh, the forces toward the origin side. Only one force, Q2 is equal to 1, and it is passing through the origin, so the lever arm will be x. So you have to consider force is horizontal, consider horizontal imaginary axis, and this x this force will rotate about the horizontal in a in a anti-clockwise sense, or the sagging is there. So positive moment will be 1 into x, so it become x, and the sign will be anti-clockwise plus. So the plus x is a value for the first cell. Now we consider next zone, FC zone. If you consider FC zone, there will be the same value. Let see, draw the imaginary axis in the FC zone, and this is drawn with at a distance of x from the origin. Origin is a D. Now the force is horizontal, so consider horizontal imaginary axis, and the lever arm for force with respect to horizontal imaginary axis is x itself. And if you rotate about the horizontal, it will rotate in a anti-clockwise sense. So sagging is there. So positive sign will be for the moment. So moment will be 1 into x, and the sign is positive. That means it is a plus x or x. So second cell is x. Now let's consider next zone, CE zone. Now origin is a C. Let's draw the axis, imaginary axis with respect to the origin x. So this is drawn at a distance of x with respect to origin C. Now the look toward the forces on the structure toward the origin side. So force is only one, which is horizontal, and so you have to consider horizontal axis, imaginary axis, find out the lever arm between these two. So lever arm is nothing but the length of a CD, and which is 3 meter. So this length is a 3 meter, and if you rotate about the horizontal axis, it will rotate in a anticlockwise sense. So the moment will be 1 is a magnitude of force into 3 is a lever arm, and it is a positive anticlockwise sign. So anticlockwise for anticlockwise, so it will be a 3. So cell will be a 3 for the CF. Now, if we consider the next zone, which is a EB zone, now the EB zone lies on the CE zone. So both are on the same line. Uh, if these are on the same line, if you draw the axis here, and if you take consider the force having the same line of action. So whatever the value of a moment for the CE, same value for the EB also. EB zone. These are the imaginary axis and the located at distance of x from the origin C. And this one is a line of action for the force Q2. And you have to force is horizontal. Consider horizontal imaginary axis, and this will be lever arm, which is a 3. So if you rotate about the horizontal, you will get anti-clockwise moment. So positive. So 1 into 3 is a lever arm. This distance is a 3. C to D distance is a 3. So the 1 into 3 become positive 3 anti-clockwise. That's why. Then the next zone is BA zone. So let's draw the imaginary axis in the BA zone, and imaginary axis drawn at a distance of x with respect to origin B. B is origin. Now the force is 1, and this is a lever arm for the 1. So find out this perpendicular distance. So this perpendicular distance is nothing but the now the CD is on the line of a B. So this is nothing but the length of a column, which is a 3 meter. So this perpendicular distance will be x minus 3, and the this one is rotate about the horizontal imaginary axis in a clockwise sense. So the sign will be a minus. The magnitude of force is 1, and the lever arm is x minus 3. So minus, you see here, minus 1 into x minus 3, it become 3 minus x. So the here the lever arm means horizontal axis, horizontal imaginary axis, and the line of action of a force Q2 is equal to 1. So someone may draw this x. Now in this case, x is below this 1, Q2 is equal to 1. Someone draw it above somewhere here, then also it is okay. If someone draw here, then the only the you lever arm will be changed. Lever arm you have to take this become a lever arm now, 3 minus x in that case. Okay. Let I explain it. Let someone may draw the here imaginary axis. Let call it as x with respect to origin B, and this is a line of action of force. Okay, so this become now perpendicular distance between this horizontal and Q2 is equal to 1. Now the this distance is a 3 meter. So lever arm uh, will be now 3 minus x is a lever arm. So the moment of Q2 about the horizontal will be a sign remain as it is anti-clockwise, which is a positive. And the value will be like this now, 1 into 3 minus x. So you see the value remain as it is. If you draw if you drawn it above or below, that doesn't matter. Okay. Now the next displacement analysis for the M3 uh, column, consider the release structure with the Q3 is equal to 1. Now Q3 is nothing but the moment. So if you taken a section anywhere in any section, any zone, that moment remain same for each for any section or any zone. So the value remain 1. because that is a moment, there is no any lever arm, so moment remains same if we taken the section anywhere. So now this moment is we assume in anti-clockwise, the sign will be plus, so plus 1 will be answer for each zone for the M3 column. So you see we taken it 1 because of the moment, that effect remains same. Okay, let we stop here. Remaining part we will see in the next video.